I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes.
Hello, my name is Luke Rivers.
And I'm Madeline.
We are here to teach you folks about the zombie apocalypse.
Because a lot of you were too lazy or hate reading. So you didn't pick up the Zombie Survival Guide.
By Max Brooks.
No copyright, YouTube. Regardless, it's our Bible, you know? Like,
It says everything about zombies that you can possibly need to know.
Whether or not you believe this shit, better safe than sorry.
Exactly. And we're here to...
basically break down the book.
Exactly.
We're going to go chapter for chapter. We're going to explain to you what a zombie is, best methods, what to do, close hand, far away, best weapons, where to go, you know? So, we'll start with chapter 1, which is basically what is a zombie.
Yep. And how it started. And we will also be referring back to World War Z.
Another book by Max Brooks.
This is based off of the Zombie Survival Guide. It tells first-hand stories of all different events from the beginning of the zombie apocalypse to present day, where it's would be less common. Yes. And so we'll be referring back to that.
A lot of you know of a game called Nazi Zombies.
Mm.
This, in a sense, is saying that the government hid a World War Z.
Yeah.
Which there is rumors of that on the internet, that there was a zombie war.
The Center for Disease Control actually posted something saying, warning people of a zombie outbreak. So,
sketchy. Anyway, to begin, the disease of zombie, like the official name for a zombie disease, is selenium, which is a disease that travels through the bloodstream and goes to the brain.
And when it hits the brain, what it does, it starts to...
At first, it shuts you down.
Yeah, it'll just completely kill you. All your organs will die, and then it'll start in your brain, almost creating a whole new organ in a way. It multiplies and multiplies, and in doing so, the cells are killing all the other cells. So there's a piece in the back of your head that's the only part that's living in your body. Basically living in your body. That controls all the rest of your body. It doesn't need oxygen. So...
Put them in outer space? No. Put them underwater.
No. Put them underwater, you're good, in other environments with lack of oxygen. The lungs itself will keep working in a way. It takes in the oxygen and it shoots out the oxygen, basically. It doesn't take in any of the stuff. And in doing so, that's what creates the moan that the zombie has.
That's a very, basically, we made a diagram of it. This is a zombie. If you say I were to get bit on the arm, if I were to get bit on the arm, then I would basically have, the infection's saliva or blood or even if I had any open wound, if the infection had a way to get into that wound, it would travel up through my bloodstream here. It would travel up through the bloodstream and straight to the brain. Now, a theory that I came up with is, what if the second I got bit right here, I just cut the arm off? That theory works sometimes, though, but it can fail. It can actually, because it depends on how quickly you're able. You basically have to get bit and be like, oh shit, and then cut your arm off. Like, you'd have very, very little reaction time.
You have an extremely low reaction time, because most people, the blood moves pretty fast in your body. So, you get bit, you may only have like 10 seconds before it goes all the way up your arm. You get bit in your hands, you gotta cut off your arm, like, as the zombie's biting you, basically.
Give it to him, basically. It's a lost cause. If
you're like, oh, you're bit me.
If you're bit and you didn't amputate or you didn't do anything, your only option is suicide or becoming a zombie.
And if you do suicide, be kind to everyone else. destroy your own brain.
Yeah, don't make them kill you.
I mean, killing yourself is already difficult, but then
They have to live with that. At least you're
yeah,
dead.
you may just think about this one. If you become a zombie, you'll bite someone else.
You'll kill them.
You may kill your best friend, your loved one, and so on and so forth. So please take care of yourself.
Let's get into the attributes of a zombie after a human that became infected. A lot of people like the average Hollywood zombie is a zombie that pops out of the grave and kind of is that still zombie? No. The average zombie is somebody who pops out of the grave. It basically it has superhuman strength. It's really quickly. It moves quickly. It just not
kind of like in a movie called what was it? I think it was Zombie Dance. These zombies almost bursted out of the ground like they were shot from a rocket.
That's
not
happen.
awesome.
The grave is buried 6 feet under the earth.
In a tomb, in a grave.
In a box. So how would a zombie, it has the same strength that it had when it was a human. It's the same muscle. It's not like it randomly gets jacked. I don't think the strongest man in the world could get out of a box that's buried 6 feet under.
Yeah, all the pressure of the dirt pressing down, and that would crush a human. It would definitely crush a zombie. They cannot make it through that ground. So that Hollywood myth, gone. There's no way that's possible.
Their eyesight, a zombie's eyesight, does not change whatsoever.
It's a human.
If it sees you from across the fields, it won't see you. It won't see you from 3 miles away, but it could see you from. If it sees you, it sees you. And the second that it sees you, then you gotta be out of there because it could attract other zombies. That's when it sees you, it'll start. It could do that moan and just get more zombies around there. So get out of there.
There's actually myths saying that zombies may have better eyesight during the dark. It's false.
It's still a human.
They don't usually use their eyesight all too much. They can hear and smell.
Well, yeah, that's
the
two
next points.
Excellent hearing and excellent sense of smell because it's two things that they rely on very, very much, kind of like animals.
Yeah, they can smell flesh from miles away.
And they're very picky about their flesh on top of that.
Oh, yes.
They do not eat human flesh or any kind of flesh if it has been dead for 18 hours or more.
Yeah, they just do not.
That's why zombies don't eat each other. So the whole theory of dressing up as a zombie and walking around, they'll know because they'll smell you and then they'll attack.
Yeah, and they may eat animals if that's all that's around, really, but they actually have a preference to eat humans because they are humans. So, I mean, that kind of, I don't know, ties with each other.
They have no feeling and no pain. Don't be like, if your husband gets bit, you're like, don't you remember, it's me, I'm your wife. That's not gonna work. He's not Bill anymore. You know, he's
a zombie.
He's undead. You know,
he will kill you.
Doesn't work anymore.
He will tear you apart
and eat you.
Not in a good way.
No.
No. And when, like he was saying, they have no feeling. World War Z, one of my favorite stories. These zombies have no feeling, no emotion. They don't care about anything except getting to you and eating you. My favorite story from World War Z was of a bunch of Marines and Army men.
We actually seem to leave out the most important part of zombie survival. To kill a zombie, the only way to kill it is to shoot it, decapitate it, whatever, in the brain.
Get the brain away from the body.
If the brain is away from the body, then the zombie is dead. That's the only way you can kill it. You can shoot it in the heart 500 times. It'll still walk towards you. You can blow its legs off. It'll crawl towards you.
Yes.
The only way to stop it is to shoot it in the brain. Like we said, the only organ that works, you have to get rid of that in order for it to die. Anyway.
So one of the greatest things about zombies is they have no fear. They will come at you no matter what. That's what really gets to people.
Yes.
I mean, that was one that I really liked that story in the book.
Yes, very, very touching. Zombies have their average lifespan is 3 to 5 years. So if you are a lucky one to survive if a zombie apocalypse does occur, you have to hold out for 3 to 5 years before, and even then a little bit after, because what about the zombie who gets bit on, or the human who survived gets bit on the 5th year, has another 3 years, so maybe 6 to 10 years could be.
Also, a zombie in I can't even remember the name of this movie. It was very a ridiculous movie. It was mutant ninja zombies
In the hood.
In the hood or something like that. I don't know. They said the 2 primary instincts of a zombie is to feed
And to have sex.
and to have sex, to reproduce.
Bull.
Exactly. They have no desire. They are
They
dead.
can't have a boner.
They can't. They have no blood flow. So what are they gonna do?
They have their only desire is to eat. They
Yeah.
don't look at you and say, "Hey, I want to have sex." They look at you and say, "Hey, you look delicious."
I want to eat you. You're gonna die.
Exactly. So, and then all this goes back to the thing that we said in the beginning, that their primary instinct is to feed. So when there's bitten, there's very little hope. Even like when I said the decapitation, like the cut off a limb, I would watch that person for the next 24 hours to make sure that the blood did not get to the person. You know, so like after you give him stitches, like tie him up, and we actually probably should go over the symptoms of when someone gets bit by a zombie. So
one of the main things is they will die. There's a time period.
It usually happens in 23, 24 hours that they turn into it. Hour 1 after being bitten, pain and discoloration. Their face like brown and purple of wherever it got infected. Immediate clotting of the wound, provided the infection came from the wound. Hour 5, fever of 99 to 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Chills, slight
dementia.
Vomiting, acute pain in the joints. Hour 8, numbering of extremities in the affected area. Increased fever, 103 to 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Increased dementia, loss of muscular coordination. Hour 11, paralyzed in the lower body, overall numbness, slowed heart rate. Hour 16, coma. Hour 20, heart stoppage, 0 brain activity. He's dead. Hour 23, reanimation. He's officially a zombie.
So basically what you're looking for is if someone dies, don't think about how he died. Don't go and try to be like, oh yeah, he got shot and that's why he's dead. I mean, yeah, that may be it, so. But to be on the safe side, if you know someone's dead, take him out.
Do him a favor.
Shoot him in the head just to be safe. That's just to be precautious.
Yeah. But that's it for chapter 1, and that's it for our first video. So
if you want to learn how to survive a zombie apocalypse, what weapons to use, where to go, how to
means
live,
of transportation, even how to we even know how to if you couldn't get away, like how to survive in your home as best as possible. That's actually probably the worst option, but as best as possible.
So I mean, we will teach you everything there is to know about a zombie apocalypse.
Yep, everything that was in this, and we also suggest you picking up this book. This is a Zombie Survival Guide by Max Brooks. It is
definitely pick up the Zombie Survival Guide. You can follow us through that. If you do like reading stories, World War Z are all first-hand stories of an upcoming zombie apocalypse. Great book. Great read.
Next video will be on weapons and combat. So definitely want to check that one out. So thanks for watching, and watch our next video.